It's a Fireside Chat, y'all.
All right, welcome back to another Fireside Chat where we bring casual technology conversations to you. With us, I've got Dominic Zinni. Thanks for being on the show. We're talking some switches, the evolution of the network.
Switches, things are changing. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So, hey, we're talking about the evolution of the network, and we get a lot of questions around, I got a 2960, I got a 3750, I got a 3850, and I'm looking at going to the new Cat 9Ks. What's going on with new Cat 9Ks?
Yeah, a lot of exciting stuff happening in the enterprise switching, campus switching portfolio. So, as you alluded to, Cisco's making the transition off of the Catalyst 3850s, 3650s, 2960 product lines that we're all familiar with, and everything's being consolidated into a Catalyst 9000 family of switches now. And then there's three main types of Catalyst 9K switches when we're talking about positioning them in the network. So where your 2960s would have sat in your current network, or where they sit in your current network, Cisco has the Catalyst 9300 series product line. Okay. That performs all the functions that your current 2960s or any one of your Cisco access layer switches will do, with a lot of added capability that we can get into. And then up from there in your distribution layer, the Catalyst 9400 series is highly comparative to the Catalyst 4500 chassis-based switches. So they're, you've got the supervisor modules, you've got your line cards, so those are a great fit for replacing those Cat 4500 chassis you may have in the network. And then lastly, at the core of the campus network, Cisco is positioning the Catalyst 9500 series switch. All right. So this is a fixed port aggregation switch that you could compare to the Catalyst 4500X if you're familiar with that product. Yep. Yeah.
So that's a good overview of all the new models. If one of the things that I hear from customers a lot is am I going to have to learn something new? What new capabilities? What new functionality is there? What would you say from moving from a 3850, let's say, or a 3750 platform to a Cat 9K? What would be some of the things that I would need to know?
Good question, and we do hear that a lot from our customers. And what I'd say is, if you're running a switch that's already running iOS XE, which is the next generation version of iOS, you're not going to notice a single difference, right? So the Cat 9300 is based off of the Cat 3850 product line. So for most of our customers, it's going to be take the old one out, put the new one in, paste in your current config, and away you go. Okay,
cool. And so with the 9300s, there's some stacking capability. What other key features are there that's important?
Good question. I think a lot of the new features and functionality that our customers are going to be interested in is as they start to automate more of their network procedures from an operations perspective. The Cat 9Ks are going to give you the tools you need to automate the network. Okay. You can interact with it via netconf. You may have heard of Yang. Yep. Yang models are used to configure the switch over a netconf session. You can execute Python natively on the Cat 9Ks. In addition to the custom ASICs they have the Cat 9Ks come with a general purpose CPU. So we can use that general purpose CPU for running really light workloads as virtual machines.
So basically, the 9Ks can be a platform for network automation, it sounds like, and more of that, I guess, programmability in the network.
Yeah, exactly. It's the platform that you can start building your network DevOps practice around.
All right, so great. So we talked a little bit about, you can take a legacy switch, a 3850, those types of switches. You can bring in your Cat 9Ks. It's pretty much like for like from a configuration standpoint, but then you get some new functionality and capabilities. What are some of the key functionality that some of the customers are excited about?
So I think the industry as a whole is moving toward a more programmatic approach to configuring the network. Automation is a big deal. So these switches make your network ready for that shift. It may not be today, it may be coming, but these switches are going to allow you to start developing your tool chain for automating the network.
And when we talk about things like security, and obviously we're not going to get into SD access and those types of things, but SD access, those types of platforms enable the automation of the network. talk about security group tags, things like that. These switches will support all of those capabilities, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so really just kind of setting you up for some of the longer term ideas around network virtualization, network automation, and security in the network.
Yeah, I think you're hitting future-proofing your network, right?
Okay.
For what may come, what may still be developing, right?
So if you were looking at the Cat 9300 platform, would you say that's a pretty good platform for people to look at for access layer switching? That's what it's intended for, right?
Yeah, I think there's nothing else like it on the market right now. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So to sum it up, the Cat 9K series, automation, a platform for the future, security capabilities built in, and then from a configuration standpoint, very similar to your legacy switching, so nothing new, no new CLI to learn, like switching from Cat to Nexus. So from a network administrator perspective, pretty friendly transition.
I agree.
Cool. Well, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so there you heard it. Cat 9Ks, pretty seamless transition from your legacy 36, 38, 3700 series switches to the Cat 9Ks. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can email us at firesidechat@lookingpoint.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.